Hi, you guys. Welcome back to part 2 of the energy check-in. Yesterday I published the first half of the zodiac, where I just briefly checked in on the energies that were happening. So right now I'm going to finish up the last half, starting with Libra and ending with Pisces. All right, so I'm going to keep it as brief as possible, and let's go. So Libra, if this reading resonates with you, then you may very well find yourself in a committed relationship or in a connection that is pretty much committed. This reading really does appear to be for people who are in a connection. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that would mean for you, but I'm seeing a match here, the King of Wands as well as the Queen of Wands. So today's reading is kind of like a check-in for both of you. When it comes to the King of Wands, or whoever it is that has the more masculine energy, I'm seeing that, and it's funny because I'm seeing the single card here, but you're coming across as a match, so just use that as it manifests for you. But I'm seeing here for the more masculine energy that there was a time when you were considering something. It could have been a job or an opportunity that may have functioned to put you at odds with your mate, with your female counterpart. Maybe this is something that she did not, female, did not support. It may be something that only you were supporting, or it could very well be that you were between two minds about whether or not to commit to this female counterpart. But whatever it is, I'm seeing that whatever decision you were juggling was definitely frustrating. this female energy here. Very frustrating. In fact, the female energy in this connection may have at one point been tempted and mentioned, warned or threatened to leave this connection, because I'm seeing that here. And so I don't really feel like that was acted upon, whether or not it was thought or whether or not it was expressed, but I'm seeing it was definitely thought, but it wasn't acted upon. I feel that finally you came to a decision here, male energy, King of Wands. I feel that you did come to a decision finally, and because I'm seeing a rainbow here. Now, I'm seeing that it was a little bit of a concession. Maybe that you conceded a little bit. You were still able to have a little bit of, how can I put that? Because you're showing up here as this male energy is showing up as the Nine of Pentacles, the single card. So single and ready to mingle kind of feeling, but it's the feeling that I'm getting is it's sort of a small victory, like there was a compromise made. He was able to get what it is that he wanted and yet still pay attention to the needs of the partnership, which is a good thing, always a good thing. But it just goes to show you that sometimes we think we want the whole thing and we think we need to have the whole thing, when actually we only need to have a little bit to be happy. And sometimes it's better to just compromise where both people are able to get a little bit, especially if you don't have to have the whole thing of whatever it is that you're wanting. And I'm seeing that the King of Wands there, as male energy, exercised some good judgment, because he's also showing up as the King of Swords here. So there's some really good judgment there. And I'm seeing that the judgment, it's pretty significant because it helped him to avoid what could have become a karmic situation later. So as I'm saying that, I'm picking up that while this could be a decision that could have been related to a work position that was a possibility, or just anything like that, it could also have been a decision where it was between more than one person to commit to or be intimate with. So whatever it was, the decision was made, and the decision was a good decision, okay? And a good decision in time. And I feel that I'm seeing sort of like accident averted, more like karma averted. Negative karma averted. So if that resonates with somebody out there, let me know, because it's very interesting. Now, for you, for the male energy in this connection, I'm seeing for both of you, you're being asked to surrender to effortlessness. To surrender and know that whatever it is you need to be doing right now is not that hard. That's the general message for both male and female counterparts in this connection. However, For the male in particular, they're asking you to surrender negative thinking. Some of you may be still a little raw, a little bit sore, a little boo-hooey about not being able to have whatever this thing was in its full entirety. Whether it was another person, whether it was a job, whether it was a location, whether, I almost said movie or moving. Maybe you guys are working on buying a house and there's a house you wanted, but your wife or your honey bun didn't want that. But whatever it is, so you may be a little bit sore and you may need to come to a place of fully accepting what compromise was made. But they're saying to surrender thinking, God bless, negative thinking. They're also saying to surrender low self-esteem. Don't see this as an L. Don't see it as you taking a loss here. See it as compromise is important. Also, if an opportunity has passed you by, maybe because you deliberated too long or whatnot, don't see it also as don't take it wrong. Like, see it as you being lame or whatnot. I just feel like this decision was a good decision. So abandon any thoughts of feeling low about yourself. Also, surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So for some of you male counterparts, maybe you thought that you were, you know what, I don't even know how to interpret that card. That means that that may be so interpretable depending on all of you and your different needs. But maybe there was an idea that you could make a decision that would have been best for everybody or just whatnot. Just relax and know that this is not as hard as it needs to be. You've made a decision, you've made the right decision, and so it is. Because I'm seeing you avoiding negative karma here. So can we just say amen, amen? All right. Now, for the female counterpart, what I'm seeing here is that you may have been quite vociferous when it comes to this situation, because I'm seeing you here as this cute little dolphin in the background, just mad, just mean mugging right now. Let's see if we can zoom in. Hold on. Who knew dolphins could be like that? Well, I guess, right? Look at that mean dolphin. So, Libra, if that's you, you are definitely giving this man the business from the back. And I think that you're frustrated, understandably. What is this person having such a strong and strange and weird experience about making a decision? Like, dude, just make the decision. Listen to me. That's the energy I'm getting. You may have threatened to walk away. You may have wanted to. I don't know if you actually mentioned it, but I'm definitely seeing this communication card. So I think some of you may have pulled the trigger on that and you know, was shouting it to the rooftops, because here this cute little dolphin who's not happy is right by those ships, right under that moon, and that dolphin looks like it's ready to just ship out, so to speak. No pun intended, but yeah. But that's what it looks like. Now, I'm seeing that there was something that you said. Libra, female energy, that created a turnaround here, because look at this sword. This is the Knight of Swords, and when we think about the King of Swords, we think about the King of Swords as the one carrying the Ace of Swords the sword from the Ace of Swords. But I have to be honest, I'm also seeing you, I almost said Queen of Swords. Wow, yeah, maybe Queen of Swords energy, Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords energy. I'm seeing you, Knight of Swords, wielding this this swords from the Ace of Swords. See how illuminated it is? And I'm wondering why the Queen of Swords didn't come out, because this definitely is that energy of I will make the cut. But I feel that it may be the Knight of Swords energy that's coming out instead, because I don't quite think that, maybe it appears that you gave the ultimatum that you would have walked away, but I'm not necessarily buying that. I feel like, you know, the bark here would have been a little bit worse than the bite itself. Like, you'll say it, I'm walking out the door now, I'm walking, but like never actually leave. And that's why the Queen didn't come out here. Okay, but nevertheless, Spirit has divined that sword. This is the Ace of Swords, and see how it's shining. This is because there's something that you said that got through to this King of Wands here, who is DTM, doing too much, right? Because look, here's the Judgment card. The Judgment card is ringing through the ether here. This is the loud thunderous boom of the divines just speaking through that sword. Whatever it is that you said created a turnaround, because I'm seeing here there was a surrender of some sort. Obviously, you surrender to the divine on this, but I feel that this King of Swords, this King of Wands, made some kind of surrender as well. In fact, it falls right below him. And so I think that this really shook him up. I think for some of you, if this had to do, I'm feeling that it doesn't have to do for all of you with the third party, but for some of you it did. Some of you it does, and that message may have been like, I'm done. If you don't get your together, I'm out of here. And see this judgment, it falls right under this judgment card where the horn is just blowing, falls right under this Nine of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles, which is all about that single life. So there was a threat made there. Now, but for others of you, I do feel that this may have to do with something else that's not romance related. Like the issue may have had to do with a job, possible job location, a relocation of some sort. Whatever it is that lovers, that can tear lovers apart if not handled properly. Whatever it is, the female energy kind of stood strong on that, and this led to a surrender, and the Queen prevailed in this situation. I'm definitely seeing that. Now, for the Queen of Wands, I want you to know that Spirit is coming through with the same message, that you need to relax. This is easier than it seems, right? For both male and female. They're telling the female energy to surrender the habit of people pleasing. So you've been in a habit of people pleasing, doing what others need so often. A lot of times that's what the female energy does. It's what women in general, or more passive people in general, are what's the word? Where are my words today? Are forced to do. That's not the word I wanted, but we'll just use it for today. They're also saying to surrender resentment. I'm feeling this has been resolved already. This is resolved, they're saying. So let go of the resentment. Let that resentful umbrella blow away in the wind. So stop bringing it up. Not to stop bringing it up to be like, oh, well, you did all this and we're never going to talk about it. How convenient for you. Not that, but drop the attitude is what Spirit is saying. Drop the attitude, and if the attitude isn't leading to anywhere constructive, they're saying let go of it. And then they're also saying for you, female energy, to surrender to success. Amen. Wow. This tells me you can have what it is that you want, but you've got to agree to surrender to the divine, and to step through and know that you have something wonderful coming, but you have to let go of the lead weights, so to speak, the resentments, things like that. Yeah, I'm seeing here that just this frustration, there's that female energy, frustrated again, looking out, like sucking her teeth, like, I can't even do it right now, like, that long suck, which like I can't even do it. But anyway, the point is, when you're frustrated, it comes out. That's her looking out. And I'm hearing her say, what a doggone fool. Just like that. I mean, I don't know. The words, they come. Now, the man, though, the male energy, whether it's male or female, I'm seeing there was definitely some concern here. Look at that concern. This looks like someone in a funerary home, like grieving. But this person is concerned. There's something that was concerning him. And then there's that despair, feeling down on his luck, that grief. I think this was the energy that he was in before he made that call as the King of Swords to compromise and to renounce whatever it is that he was having trouble making a decision with. Now, that being said, I'm getting a picture for this couple. So that's why I'm saying this couple is coming across as together. So whether you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are actually married or in long-term commitments with this person. But I'm seeing here that this is the community. So I'm seeing that the unit is still intact, but look how worse for wear they look. They look a little threadbare. The home looks great, and the home is solid, but the clothes they're wearing look a little threadbare. So this household has been through the ringer a bit, and maybe more than a bit, to be honest. But I'm seeing that there's a cycle here that's coming to an end. Now, what's that cycle? I mean, it's really starting to feel a lot like, okay, definitely third party for some of you. So the cheating is finishing up. I'll show you that in a second. But for some of you, there are others, I'm feeling that what this problem is not cheating. It's a habit of making decisions without consulting your partner. Like for somebody out there, at least one person, that's the problem. This male energy keeps making decisions, big ticket decisions for the couple, for the family, without consulting the female counterpart. And I'm seeing that that is coming to an end. I'm also seeing here that if there's a third party, it's coming to an end, because take a look here. We see 33, 32, 39, that 3, 3, and that 3, but 9 is that energy that's coming to a close, coming to a completion, okay? A conclusion and a completion. So, and what better card to complete with the community. So, I do feel that Libra, my God, I could totally feel like if you resonated with the October 2019 Libra reading, then this possibly is going to be one for you as well. But either way, this is not a romantic relationship for everybody. And finally, down here, what I'm seeing again is that third party situation. But remember, whatever the third party is, it could have been another person, but for some of you, this quote unquote third party is something like making decisions without consulting your partner. Like that can tear up a family, to be honest, if you are not careful with that. Also, maybe a job offer that would have taken you away from the family or would have created a schism in the family. Things like this. Whatever this is, I'm seeing success over it. And I think that some of you may be shocked by the fact that you even have success with this. Some of you may have thought that this, whatever this third party thing is, be it person, place, thing, or situation, that it would have spelled disaster for this connection. I see that some of you are surprised, but I feel that Spirit is here with you and they're blessing this union, because I'm seeing this angel here along with these cards. And what's happening right now is that it's almost like the hard part is over. Just as I see that, I'm seeing that one, it was down, like third party down to one here, right? One person, that's male energy. I'm really feeling it's on the male side. And then here's the female energy, having that success and being shocked about it. So there's that two together. And Spirit is saying there's only one way to go now, and it's forward. Go forward, but, be honest with yourself and each other. And I'm seeing this is the 10 of Stars. Look at that. This is that pathway, right? But it's also completion. So there were a lot of victories here, a lot of spiritual lessons learned here. But notice that it's in the middle of this, what seems to be a very... Hey guys, sorry about that. My camera totally was low on battery. Anyway, thank God it captured all of that. I thought I was talking for like 10 minutes or something. Anyway, so what I was saying is that, but this is completion, yeah. So, what was I saying? Okay, this is completion of a cycle here. I also want to point out, because I don't remember if that got on camera, that notice here, this 10 of Stars. Also notice this really hot environment. It's filled with lava, it's filled with magma, it's filled with so much. So what I'm seeing here is that this was definitely not an easy lesson. Whatever it is spiritually that you guys went through, this was not an easy lesson. A lot of lessons were learned here, spiritual lessons for all parties involved. Okay, Libra, so that's what I'm getting for you when I your quick energy check-in. All right, so if you'd like a personal reading, of course, you know how to find my information. It's in the box below. Donations also welcome, so I can get my cappuccino. All right, thank you guys. Mwah. Let's turn our attention to the next sign, which, if I remember right, is Virgo. Wait, what's next? Okay, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Bye. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. Yay! This is just a quick energy check-in. The word ingenuity came up as I was sorry about that, my camera totally shut off again. Anyway, as I meant to say, as I was shuffling, I heard the words ingenuity, okay? So let's jump into the cards and see how that applies. Alright, so let's see. I'm looking here, and I'm already kind of getting not a strange vibe, but it's a different vibe for today's reading for you, Scorpio. I'm seeing that, okay, it's not a different vibe. Spirit is saying don't say that, so I don't know why, but we'll see. But what I'm feeling, I'm going to really feel into this. I'm feeling that there's something that some of you have been working on a lot, because I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles here, but I'm feeling this sense of punishment or shame surrounding this thing. I'm not sure what it is, but are you punishing yourself for something? Do you feel like you are being punished for something? Are you ashamed of something? Whatever this is, it seems like there's a lot of shame here, and it feels almost like you are secluding yourself. Maybe you've fallen back a little bit. Maybe you are just kind of in hermit mode or whatnot. But you've been kind of working on something. I see that there's also probably a secret here somewhere. There's a secret. And I'm getting that there seems to be, for some of you watching here, this looks like it was like a one-night stand or something, an illicit affair is what I'm hearing. So there's some kind of secrecy here surrounding sexuality and sex. It seems like a tryst. That's what it feels like. It feels very much like a tryst. I'm getting the words canon as well. But I'm feeling like this was a lover's tryst, some kind of secret affair. It seems a little gropey. It feels a little, it could be a little violent, you know, in the way of that a paso doble is sexually, you know, violent in a way, you know, the dance, the paso doble. It feels kind of like that, like heady kind of, yeah, and it feels very past lifey. So let's feel into this a little bit. If this reading is resonating, I'm feeling this is a very heady situation. It feels like almost like you are not in your right mind. I feel like maybe for some of you drugs was involved. It's quite possible for some of you drugs was involved, because I'm feeling my mind just being like, I'm so wrapped up in this feeling, this rapture. But at the same time, it also could be that you had a past lifetime with this person, and you know, when you guys got together this time, it was just like this overwhelming sexual feeling, like lust, like on crack. Lust on crack. That is exactly what I'm gonna say. It just feels really out of this world. So for somebody here, they might have that kind of out of this world kind of feeling. Maybe they have their own story. That would literally be one person, because it feels very extraterrestrially. But like, I whatever this is, I'm seeing that it was a heat of the moment kind of something. I'm hearing kablooey, kablammy, whatever situation, and I'm sure in the moment it felt magnificent. It felt good. For, you know, that's just a feeling that I'm getting here. But I'm seeing now after that, though, this Queen of Cups kind of looking very worried, looking off. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking up pregnancy here. So some of you watching this, you may be resonating with this. You may be picking up on this pregnancy. I think that some of you may have tried to hide this. I think that this is also, there's somebody here, like for somebody here also, this situation happened a long time ago, and now the child is probably like 8 to 10 years old or something, because I'm seeing her also hiding an 8 to 10-year-old under her skirt. So for some of you, this has to do with a pregnancy scare or a pregnancy that happened, and then being secretive about it, and maybe like pulling in, kind of, some of you may have moved or whatnot. Yeah, some of you may have moved to conceal that. But either way, I'm seeing packing up. Like, so I just don't see this. I don't see this person in the picture anymore. You know, for somebody here, this also could have been a work relationship where you two met at work and you had this passionate affair, and this was it could have been a third party actually, and you packed up and left, and and the two stayed together. Maybe you wrecked that, like, I'm feeling that maybe you could have wrecked that household, and the two are left watching in shock. There are so many of you that are watching with so many different stories that I'm just picking up on a lot of them. Either way, there's illumination. If it hasn't come in yet, it will. There's illumination here. And the Sun card is shining light on the situation, and I'm seeing the Queen of Wands here as well. So for some of you, somebody is digging around in the past, because they want to uncover this truth about this baby that was secretly kept, or secretly taken away, or just whatever, or just someone is trying to look into this. But also, it could also mean that this is just a time to deal with this situation, whatever the situation is and however it manifests for you. I feel like this is a divine time. The timing has come, because this is the Ace of Wands. And I'm feeling to say that for those of you who were trying to keep a pregnancy a secret, whether or not you kept the child, if you're trying to keep that pregnancy a secret, I feel like it's going to come out. And I'm seeing that the person who brings light to this is not necessarily to be blamed, despite whether they found out by mistake or they were gunning for you, because I'm seeing here, this is that divine wand. See that divine wand? And they're carrying it. This is God working through this person and bringing all things to light. Guys, full moon in Aries, guys, come on. Things are getting lit right now. Secrets coming out. Secrets always tend to come out around the full moons, and fears arise and all of this. So I'm not surprised, but this is what I'm picking up for you, Scorpio. And yeah, look, there's a child here. Definitely here. Okay. All right, let's look at the bottom here. Yeah, I'm seeing that justice, it's definitely time for justice to be served. It's time for judgments to be passed. I'm seeing adjudication here, and I'm seeing the high honor. So it's time to make things right. It's time to bring integrity into the situation, because I'm feeling that some of you are single mothers here who are watching this, and this could be your story, and this father is no longer in the picture. Maybe it was a tryst of some sort. He left, and I'm feeling that some of you need compensation. Some of you want compensation for this situation that happened. All right, and I'm feeling that this is a divine situation that is coming in. I feel that there's going to be a gift of some sort. Notice that the gift was right over the child, and right next to this card that says official person. Interesting. So this was a gift. This baby or this child that I'm picking up here, obviously this reading isn't going to be for everybody, but this child is a gift. Was a gift to you and somebody else or whoever. But I'm seeing here an official person. I'm also seeing that the gift for some of you could be a man or some parent or person who stepped in to take care of this child, to help. So there may be an acknowledgement that needs to be made for somebody who stepped in and took over the role of the missing parent, right? Someone stepped up here. Because I'm seeing two different men here. One is the official person, and one is the wealthy man. But the wealthy man, yeah, he could be, I don't know who that guy could be. He could be the father of the child, or he could be, he could very well be the father of the child, or it could be somebody who's going to be instrumental here in this situation to help bring it to light, maybe a lawyer or something. It really depends on, it could be representing, really depends on the person, you guys, your specific story. But I'm seeing community here. Whenever I see this community card, it's kind of a good card, but it always looks a little threadbare to me, right? So maybe things aren't the best in the house. Maybe, money isn't flowing, but whatnot, but at least there's a sense of community here. But some stuff is going to be coming out here. Now, I'm looking at these cards here. Spirit is saying to whoever this resonates with, surrender comparisons with other people. So, let's take a look here. I'm seeing that this very much looks to me like a single pregnant woman, especially if she's young. She's looking up and she's kind of like, I wish I could have the things that other people have. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. And Spirit is saying, keep your eyes on the prize. Surrender that. What does surrender that comparison. What is the prize? The prize is the child. They're saying to surrender defensiveness. I know, and it's like, it's almost like they know that you may be feeling untrusting, distrusting. It's almost like you don't trust people around you because they've hurt you. This looks like somebody, impregnated you, left you here. For some of you, I feel like this person may have impregnated you and then left, but then they may have come back a little bit later. It's almost like a hit and run, where there's a hit and run, the person flees the scene, and maybe then after they come back to do the right thing. That's for some of you. But then the next card is surrender to miracles. Surrender to miracles. So whatever this situation is, I feel that I'm seeing this dolphin smiling. There's going to be a miraculous opening. There's going to be an opening here for this. I want to say the word connection, but there's going to be an opening for this situation where good change is going to be able to come in. And just as I said that, they're saying surrender your fear of change. I'm seeing that some of you will have to relocate, maybe to move in with family as you raise this child. But I'm seeing there could be some relocation, some shuffling of circumstances so that you can prepare for this arrival, or just so that you can afford it, whatnot. I'm seeing some of you may have to discontinue university for a little bit, or maybe indefinitely, the way things shake out at times. But I'm seeing surrender your fear of change. For those of you who may be stopping university because you have to have a child, I'm feeling that amongst you there are some of you who will be able to have some kind of home business. Like there's going to be some kind of lucrative money-making situation for you that God is going to present you with, all right? So we're seeing that divine Ace of Wands, which is also about divine creativity. So new opportunities, new creative projects. But notice this, the second card here that's right after it is surrender fear. So fear is coming by 2 times. So this is telling me that there's definitely a lot of fear going on in this situation. But they're saying that you need to rest. They're also saying ask for help. Some of you aren't asking for help. They're saying ask for help and rest, relax, delegate. You can't do everything. And of course, we've got this guy. Surrender unhealthy relationships. So let go of relationships that don't serve you. I'm seeing here that for some of you, there may be the father of this child, for example, who, whether or not he wants to step up, he's not capable. I'm just seeing a lot of immaturity. They're saying don't be afraid to release people who are not going to be good influences around you and the child. Now that you're going to have a child, you have to step up and start being the guardian of that for that child, which means that the buck stops with you. No one can just roll up and disrespect you, disrespect the child, mislead you, mislead the child. You have to start making moves that are all designed to protect this child. All right, and the last 4 cards that I'm seeing here is, I feel that some of you may have known that you were pregnant before you got the news, because I'm seeing this intuition and then this shock as the physical caught up, and you're like, oh, I am, right? And then I'm seeing that some of you really went into, I'm seeing a lot of tears, of course. I mean, come on, guys, we all know, we're on this call, we all know how it is. But I'm seeing also an awakening as well. This is an awakening. I want to bring back this Ace of Swords, this Ace of Wands. There's an awakening happening. Look at that star. It's going bring, bing, right there. So this is a situation that is a head turner. It's a page turner. It's everything turner. But I feel that at the base of it, of course, you can always remember that this is a gift, like I said. Right? I'm bringing out this person with it because he's coming with it for whatever reason. All right. So it, everybody's story is so different, but I'm also feeling just very, very minusculely that maybe one person on this call, at one, not most of you, this pregnancy may have come by sexual assault. God bless you. That's what I'm feeling. But it's just a low number, if more than 1, maybe 2 or 3. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to watch the video, but I'm feeling that it's a low number. So I'm being shown again, this is a gift. This child is a gift, and there's going to be spiritual rewards for all of you who are on this call and having this child and going through this life lesson here, this lifelong situation. And when I say lesson, I mean I'm seeing here that it's a lot of tears, but I'm seeing the mouth starting to smile. It's going to take some time, especially depending upon the circumstances, but I think that soon things will start to be made more aware. Look at that full-blown awareness. That's the female right there. That's the woman right there. That female energy, when something ignites the female energy, it's done. Like, that intuition is open. She steps into motherhood. Motherhood too, but that empress, I mean, you when a woman is awakened, you just have to get out the way, because there's no way to compete with that. There's no way to, a woman empowered is for many men a very scary thing, but that's because they come from a disempowered place, a lot of them. The world will be better once people can step into their divine masculine and their divine feminine. Like, that's I can't explain it, but I feel that if this is you and this reading resonates for you, I feel that you will be stepping into that divine femininity. You gotta see yourself as now taking on a new role, and stop seeing yourself as having made a mistake or this and that and that and this. And so you gotta make a life decision right now to view this in a certain way and move forward, because once that baby comes and the ball gets rolling, you have to keep it tight, so to speak. All right, so anyway, I hope that this reading resonated for at least somebody, and that they were able to get something of value from it. If you'd like a personal reading, of course you can look in the box below. I'm here. All right, thank you so much, Scorpio. Mwah. Okie dokie. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your energy check-in. First of all, as I was shuffling, I just finished shuffling, I heard the word or name Philip or Phillips. So I just wanted to report that in case it meant something for somebody. Okay. So, wow, this is a big reading. I want to make it as brief as possible, but it seems kind of big. Okay. So first of all, what I'm getting is that lust is written all over this reading, Sagittarius, okay? So if this reading resonates with you, then you may have had some kind of tower moment, or you may have been related to some kind of tower moment that had something to do with lust, all right? So, because I'm seeing that right here. Let's take a look. This card says surrender to passion. Now, usually this card obviously is a recommendation, like, hey, feel your passion. But here I'm seeing it as lust. And I think you got burned by this. You made some mistakes. But see, look at that. You got burned by it, but there's still, it says surrender to wonder and awe. There's still, how can I say, an attraction. It's almost like, see how these colors are? It's like this. You're still very much attracted to lust. So lust is a problem here in this connection. In this situation, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Lust is a problem here. But I'm seeing that you're also being pulled towards your soul's path. So you, straight up, it seems like you may have gotten yourself into some kind of situation where you led with your, what, I want to say penis, because you know what? To be honest, this feels very much like a masculine reading. If I'm not lying, which you guys know I keep it real. And in fact, the masculine card, the Emperor card, came out right here. So I'm like, wait, okay, who's watching for such Sagittarius? But either way, let's just read and see what's up, because this is the message God chose to bring through. So I'm seeing that Spirit is saying that surrender stress. So surrender the stress related to this situation. It's almost like you feel like you're being pulled, or whoever this person is who has a problem with lust, they're feeling like they're being pulled. Now, I feel like God is saying to them to surrender stress, meaning relax the muscles. When they relax the muscles, then they will be pulled in the direction that they need to be pulled, which I think is going to be along their soul's path. But the problem is that they still keep trying to insert themselves into it. You need to surrender, because clearly this lust situation is it's pulling you in. So what better way, if God's trying to pull you in another direction, what better way than to just go limp? Sorry. Sorry. That was totally no pun intended there, but like muscularly speaking, just let it go. Just, allow yourself to be moved. All right, so let's take a look. So what I'm seeing here is that there was a love situation. I'm seeing that it's quite possible that you've had love in your life, or whoever this person is had some bona fide for reals love, because I see here, this is the Ace of Cups. But notice the eye is red rimmed and it's got all those moons there. I think that this person was under the influence of their lust. And what happened is they made some decisions that led to the breakdown, led to a tower moment. Look at that. Now I'm seeing that they got thrown right out of this tower. And this tower, I think, may have been, that relationship. They got thrown right out of it. Notice no one else is falling in this. Usually the Tower card has two people falling from it. In this case, there's only one, and it's this person. Now, Sag, you the watcher, may not be this person who went through this. You could be the one that you could have been their love situation that maybe this person cheated on. You could be the third party that they cheated with. Whatever it is, I'm just seeing here that you may not be this person, but if this reading is for you, then you'll know exactly what the situation is and who it's referring to. Now, I think that the problem is that this person had too many choices and they didn't see, look at them, they're this Page of Cups. This isn't the mature Knight of Cups or the mature King of Swords. I mean, it's not Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Or this isn't the mature King of Swords who would balance his heart out with his mind. No, this is the Page of Cups, right? And I think this Page of Cups was playing a bit, and under the influence of lust, they made a choice. But you see, it's interesting because I'm seeing here that his cup has gold in it. This was a cup that was destined to bring this tower down. I think that God was stepping in here for sure. No wonder, because look at the effect. God wants to bring this person towards their soul's path. So this person under the influence of lust chose a cup that, made an option with somebody, but they chose somebody that God put in their place to fell this tower, to bring this soul lesson about and to bring it into fruition. So, yeah. So if you were in this situation and you were the lover that maybe this person cheated on or just whatnot, please know that this was destined to happen because this person needed to learn a lesson. Now, let's take a look at this person here. They're coming across as single. Could be you, Sag. It could be whoever it is. It's single is this person who had the tower moment. Yeah, and as I'm looking at them here, God is still working on them, I see, because they still have a ways to go. They still need to learn some more, because I'm seeing that they're still, I don't want to say they're still playing, but they still kind of have that within them. There's something that needs to be exercised from them with respect to that. They need to mature. This is a case where somebody needs to mature. But I see them as not only being single, but I'm seeing them as being the Hermit. And what did I say about the Hermit card? I mean, if you have been watching my videos, you may have heard me say that the Hermit, God loves to meet us as hermits or create that hermit situation for us, because it's then that, that spiritual information can come in, and they don't have to compete with all of the other distractions that we usually have on a daily basis. So I'm feeling this person went straight into hermit mode after they fell out of this tower. They were dealing with some heartbreak, obviously, right? Because I'm seeing this Three of Cups situation. Yeah, that's cheating straight out. I mean, I would wish I could say this is the felicitous meaning of the Three of Cups, but it's not. And I'm seeing that this red person, it's almost like she's slipping something into this cup. They're slipping something into the drink. This was God's placement there to get this person to become accountable, to understand the results of their actions, to understand the power of their actions. God was trying to bring this person into awareness, and I would love to see this person resonating as the magician. In fact, in some of the readings that I've been giving, I'm seeing a lot of the guys showing up as the magician, which is good for me, because it shows they're coming out of this hermit mode and that they've learned a thing or two that they are putting into practice. Yeah, I'm seeing though here that for some of these guys, or male, female, whatever, for some of these guys who had that tower moment, who were doing the cheating, I'm seeing that they may already be giving lip service, like saying I'm sorry and this and that, but there's still a part of them that's not willing or ready to accept accountability. There still needs to be maturity reached here. But there's a chain around this magician's neck. That's God right there. I feel like God would pull that chain at any given moment. See, look. See, as same look that I saw in this person's face. They're not quite there yet. This person is immature, and they need to learn that their actions have consequences. Not only for them, but for other people as well. Okay. All right, so let's see what else. Okay, as I look down here, I'm seeing that this person definitely, they had that Ace of Cups. They had that good fortune. They had that love. They had somebody there. But you see this, God had smiled on them with something. There was something that they were given, and they totally screwed it up with this cheating situation that I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing that this is like Spirit taking what was all of this great fortune from in this vase, and they're just emptying it out. They're like, nope, you're not having this now. You're gonna have to work for it. So I'm seeing them and then this because up here I'm seeing at the top here, it's almost like this structure is back up here. This person who had the tower moment has to go back to school. That's what I'm getting. They're being put back through the paces, and it's kind of like taking a step back. They messed up, and now Spirit is taking them a step back, and they've taken away whatever this gift was that was given to them, which I really, really honestly feel was an Ace of Cups relationship. They've taken that person or that situation away, and they are putting this person in remedial action, and they're having them work their way back to getting that wealth that was given to them freely before. All right? So they have to go back and work for it. Now, that's what I'm seeing coming up. Hold on. All right, the next set of cards that I'm seeing here is that for this person, and of course it may not be for all, obviously, but I'm seeing that there's a lot of concern about a child here. So some of them may be wondering whether this person here may be wondering whether or not they got someone pregnant, or maybe they did get somebody pregnant, or maybe they got pregnant if this is a female that this happened to. But either way, I'm seeing a lot of regret in this card on the left. A lot of regret and grief at losing whatever this great fortune was, this wealth that had been given to them by God, which I really do feel was a relationship that they took for granted because of lust. Okay, I'm seeing here a lot of grief, and here grief and regret, and then there's this child again. So I would love to I asked for clarification on that, and I got this bad health card. So I want to delve into that really quickly. But either way, what I'm seeing is there's going to be change. This person is going through change right now. For some of you, this may be somebody moving out of the household because of this. The family may have broken up. Could be anything. Okay, so 2 cards that I totally by mistake chanced upon as I was actually trying to clarify are these. Notice they're from 2 different decks. The 10 of Swords, which is the end of a really hard and stressful, arduous, I just want to say relationship, but situation. This is somebody who is basically, for all intents and purposes, dying. They died, and the 10 of Swords is all about just being killed because of something that was so bad, but it also carries with it this feeling of rebirth. So it's the end of a cycle, you can see. And Temperance, Spirit is coming in and tempering whatever this situation is and this bad health situation. This is just, this is a major Tower moment that I'm picking up on here. And you know what, I gotta be honest, it's slightly triggering because I went through something very similar with this stress right here. So you guys know, when I tell you about these damn readings, you know that we know what's up. But whoever this is that had the lust situation, went through the Tower moment, they fell hard. Okay, this was a hard fall. And for God to take something away and put you back through remedial action through which you have to rebuild everything, look at that, free. And then you have to work it out and work back on it. But either way, you're never left completely alone, because I'm seeing the Temperance card here. This is Spirit coming in to really soothe, to really put out some fires here, to give drinks of water, to give words of consolation, of encouragement. Now, let's take a look here. Because I'm seeing male and female. Definitely seeing male and female here. So this is super interesting, guys. I'm sensing a happy ending here. You're like, what? Wait, what? Out of left field? I kid you not. This is, all right. I went to get my tea and I came back without it because I really just took the kettle off. I wanted to get into this and finish this. And as I got up to go get it, my water, I saw this 10 of Cups and I was like, okay, God, now you're trying to say something to me. So I picked it up and I brought it over. So we'll keep that there. Like I was saying, male and female. Let's take a look at this male and this female. This male energy, male or female in real life, right? Definitely third-party situation. I'm feeling it. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I am an objective party. Sometimes I have to remind myself that. Look. This is the male energy here. In fact, he's the Emperor, coming across as the Emperor. That's good. That tells me he's on his Emperor path. This is the 6 of, even though he's still, going through his healing process. And then here's this lady, the 6 of Hearts. Either way, this is a match. They are divine complements here. Now, who are these 2 people? I think he is the one that had the Tower moment. And she is the one with whom, look, even the red, she is the one who, the Ace of Cups, he had the Ace of Cups with. She is the one who was the great fortune that was provided to him. All right? So just so that we get that clear and we can take a look at the parties. We know who the parties are. Now, please note that right now he is vibing as very single. And not single out there mingling. This is a single man in hermit mode, going through healing, going through lessons from, I was going to say Spirit, but Spirit wants me to say the Christ, okay? Guys, always know when I talk about what seems to be religious figures, it's not religious at all. The religion part is the man-made part, and these energies were around before we even gave them a name, okay? So this is the Christ consciousness that's helping this person. Now, notice that his eyes are closed as he's receiving this information. But see that star? That's her. She's already in her intuitive space. But what this looks like to me is they're both on the same card together. She's in his field. Whether or not they're in physical proximity, whether or not they're together. Do you guys get that? And many of you may get it because a lot of you may feel your male counterpart around you. If you're a man, you may feel your female counterpart. Excuse me, if you're the male. Excuse me. You know what? Mystic Beauty, do you guys know the tarot reader online called Mystic Beauty? It's Beau, 2 U's, I believe. Her nose always itches when she does her live channelings and whatnot. And my nose always itches too when I'm doing this. So I was so crazy. So I'm sneezing because of that, in case you know. Anyway, so these people are together in spirit. This is a match. Okay, check this out. That seals the deal right there. That's a match. This relationship is not over. It may not be in existence right now, like you may be separated, but I really feel this isn't over. Temperance wouldn't be here if this situation were over. Think of the Temperance card as that oasis. People are at the oasis, after which they come back together, okay? Now, take a look. Let's take a look at this guy. He is on the cusp of something right now. He's on the cusp of something new. It's unprecedented. He's having a spiritual awakening, which we already knew as we see him in this hermit mode. And we also saw that here, right? Him surrendering to his soul's path. This is a guy in the brink. Part of him is still in that lust mode. Look at that face. The struggle is real. He's looking back. But on this side is the green. See how the green hues are right there? God is calling this person. And remember, God put something special in this cup. That third party is a godsend. I know some of you want to throw a tomato at me. Well, I love tomatoes, by the way. It's my favorite. So please do. But trust me when I say this, because when I do these readings, I can see them from a higher perspective. Otherwise, I would be too traumatized to do these readings for you, okay? Let me just put that there. But anyway, take a look. This is that illumination that's coming in for him. This is that healing, but this is his eye awakening. But see how it's like, to me, it looks like an eye that is struggling to see. It's like squinting. It's blurry. He's waking up. He's blurry. He doesn't know what he's looking at. This is somebody who is not spiritually awakened fully yet. And so for us, a lot of us take it for granted that we know that there are spirits, that we can be clairaudient, that we can have telepathy. There are just some people who would look at you like you just tried to sell them a penny. If you tell them these things, they just are not awakened in that way. But look at these two hearts underneath the ground. Again, going back to these hearts are what is in the soil. It's what's driving this connection. It's driving this growth. Spirit is coming in. He's awakening. But look at the bottom here. This is what he's going through. This is that third party right here. And this is this Queen of Hearts. And it's so funny, you know. This is the Queen of Hearts. It's so funny because in my situation, whenever I read for us, I'm this card, and this third party that was in my situation is this card. So that's how I know. That's Spirit's way to tell me this is definitely a third party situation. And look, perseverance. What this tells me is that this guy, whoever this guy is going through straight up grief. Whether or not they let on. They're going through grief because right now they have to live with this thing that they've created. They've created this third party situation, and there's a lot of grief around it. But clearly we see that there's somebody that they favor. It's this Queen of Hearts. This Queen of Hearts, this Six of Hearts. But as I'm seeing here with that red, it almost looks like like somebody has backhanded her. So there's wounding. There's a lot of wounding here. The third party as well looks very sad, very stressed out, very tired. They have wounding of their own that's going on. So everybody's suffering in this situation. That's definitely coming through here. And that's what this person is dealing with at this time. That's their energy check-in. Now, the Queen of Hearts, so I've missed Ace of Cups here. Here she is, right, doing her thing, and she's coming through with this love. But notice that this is her heart. But notice there are 3 stars here, so she's also dealing with this 3 of Cups situation that is on her heart. But I'm seeing that it's like there's this fire that's going on in her heart. The heart is healing, it's transmuting, it's set things in motion in the heart space. And let's look at what's going on, what she's dealing with. Remember, he's dealing with the reality of needing to live with the third party situation he created. That's why it says perseverance. This is needing to live with it. And he's also single as a result. This 9 of Stars, this is the 9 of Pentacles. He's single as a result, and that's the reality he's got to face. It's kind of like a punishment, in a sense. And not a punishment like, I smite thee. No, it's every action has a reaction. For her, what she's dealing with is bringing in this energy of, God, this higher awareness of trying to keep her thoughts positive. So we're seeing this dreaming here, and we're seeing this knowledge here. But look how light these colors are. These are lovely colors. She's hurting, but she's not in the depths of despair. But here's the issue that she's got to be careful with. This illusion card, this moon card. This moon will play tricks on you. Okay? The moon plays tricks on you. It's fear. So she's got to examine what fears were triggered. I don't want to say created, but what fears were triggered as a result of this connection. But I'm also seeing that the moon can be very positive for her as well, because she can let go of things. Like, for example, in tonight's full moon, she could let go of her fears. As I'm talking, I'm seeing this passion. Now, it's in a, like, how can I read this? On the one hand, she's struggling with passion now because this person, okay, this is a few things. Number one, for some of you guys, if you're this person who was cheated on, I feel that you've been triggered by lust now, because a fear has been triggered because of lust. This person succumbed to lust, and it caused this huge traumatic shift in all of your lives, and now lust is a trauma for you. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm seeing that it's also created a passion within you. This love situation that went down, this oh, my nose is really itching now. This lover that you came into contact with. Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm going to pause because Spirit is trying to tell me something right now. What is it? I'm feeling this is a ring of passion, so to speak. So let's thank you, Spirit. Thank you. You know when my nose feels like it's about to fall off, that means something. Okay. What I'm hearing is this couple is all about, they're going through a lesson about passion. Ooh, that's deep. They're going through a lesson about passion. For him, passion is coming through in the lust sense, and he's exploring the theme of lust. Wow, I got that. That's how his passion is coming through, and he's got to learn to harness that. For her, her passion is not coming through as lust. It's coming through as passions ignited, as they're saying almost like a christening of consciousness. Amen. And she's awakening to her own passions. She's focusing on her own stuff. Now, guys, I can definitely say that because my guy, no names, my guy has the lust issue. And for me, the passion is this stuff that I'm doing here. I started doing this after I met him, and many years ago I was told I would meet my twin in Japan. I thought they said I was going to have twins, but no, I realized it was my twin, but my passion for doing these readings and stuff were born out of this connection after I met with him. And so this is very interesting. I did a personal reading for somebody at one time where she and her twin, I mean, he was terrible, God bless, the role he decided to play. But it was understandable because they were both as a soul, they were working on the theme of justice. And so in this lifetime, he was on the wrong side of the law and she was on the right side of the law, and she was going to the key to bring justice to his situation, like in the sense of he was going to get in trouble and she would be like a witness and provide information against him. But at the higher levels, this is the soul learning about justice from two sides of the coin. And I'm seeing here that this is similar in the sense that this is about learning about passion. Passion in the shadow and in the dark is uncontrollable lust. Lust itself is not bad. It's when you are obsessed with it, when you cannot control it. That's an issue. And then others need to have their passions ignited, and so that's this is what I'm seeing here. Oh my gosh, these are supposed to be quick readings. All right. Anyway, so for her, right now she's got to focus on controlling her fears so that she doesn't get off her path. And her path is to follow her passions right now. Come alive. Focus on her. And he has to live with the consequences of what he's created. This situation where he's single and there's a lot of turmoil. He's got to live with that because it's going to teach him about the dangers of overindulgence when it comes to lust, when you create these tower moments. All right, I am going to end there, but I am going to go ahead and show this 10 of Cups. So for me, I just feel like this relationship, this I almost said customization. This connection is not over, okay? If you're feeling this and it's resonating with you. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging in there. This was long. I really just wanted to make like 10 minutes, but God, I don't put limitations on you. You do you. All right. Thank you so much. Stick around to check out the other signs if you'd like. There's a lot of overlap at times. And if you'd like a personal reading, you know where to find me. And also, if you'd like to donate a cappuccino to me, feel free. Yay! Bye! Okay, hi guys. Welcome back. Welcome to your Capricorn reading. This is going to be a quick energy check-in for you. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that if this reading resonates for you, you may very well have dealt with some kind of deception as of late. It really does seem to come across as a third-party situation here. Remember that a third-party situation need not be another person. Of course, it generally is, to be honest, but it could be anything else. It could be a work situation that is popping up and creating an issue in the connection. It could be a health problem, just whatever it is. And you, the viewer, will know exactly what that situation is if this reading is for you for today, this energy check-in. Now, what I'm seeing, Capricorn, is that you may have been warned by a friend. I'm seeing this friend here in the Knight of Hearts. I'm seeing that you may have had a friend, and I think that this friend may have come to you in secrecy, in confidence, and told you about a situation that it could have been warning you about this third-party situation. Oh, just as I put my cup down, I saw these three people on the cup. Yeah, so I think that there may have been a third-party situation that a good friend warned you about. Now, I think that you were aware of it as well on some intuitive level. I think that you certainly couldn't deny it when your friend told you. So this is what I'm seeing. This is just all awareness. And then, of course, the third-party situation. Let me see if I can get a little bit more light here. Okay, that's better. But either way, regardless of how it came to be that you came into awareness of this third party situation, I'm feeling, Capricorn, that it may have really torn you apart in many ways. It may have hurt you a lot, and I'm seeing that what seems to be hurting you the most, according to this card here, is the awareness that you knew about it. It's like, I knew it. I knew on some level that this was happening. I'm seeing here this sun, this illumination, definitely breaking through for you. But notice how she's also tinged with a little bit of yellow as well. That's because she knew it. And it was just a very painful situation. But I feel that slowly but surely, you have come back to a place of joy. And if you haven't, then you will. Okay? Because I'm seeing here this completion in a sorts. Capricorn, you may have been going through a really, really tough time. But from what I'm seeing here, I feel really happy because I just want to laud. I want to laud your friend, because I'm seeing here's that Six of Cups again. It's referring to a friend that you have. There's a friend here that really, really helped you come into awareness of this situation and really helped you through this situation. Here's I'm hearing piecemeal conversation. For some of you, this friend may have just come straight out and told you, hey, I saw this, or I'm suspecting this. But for some of you, that friend may have kind of given you bits and pieces, until they knew that you could mentally handle all of it. I'm also seeing that for some of you, even more some of you, that this may have come through to you across a series of conversations. But either way, this stage for being made aware, this cycle has come to an end already. I feel that time has ended, and now you've already been in recovery for some time. Because I'm seeing that for you, you've been all in your mind. You've been all in your mind relating to this person. See, this is the Eight of Swords. This is that person trapped in their thinking who really only needs a perspective shift. But you see all this water here? That to me shows that there's so many emotions that accompany this mental state, that getting out of that space of obsessive thinking and overthinking was probably just really, really hard to do. But I love this card. I forgot to show you this friend card. I feel that you have a friend who would keep checking in on you to see how you're doing. And while there were times that maybe you were on your own because you had to be on your own and had to delve through these things, I think your friend was always there. And look at you coming into awareness as the High Priestess. See, this was her. Now look at her hair. It's all put up. Look at these swords. They're all kind of cleared away. The water is looking different. We've got this illumination. She's still, her eyes are still closed, but she can open them if she wants, and she can see she's not blindfolded anymore. It's beautiful. So this shows personal growth. This shows spiritual growth. This shows intellect meeting intuition. It's gorgeous. And I think that since then, you've gathered a lot of information about this person who was deceptive. Now, I do feel again that this was a third-party situation in which there may have been another lover that you were sharing your person with, but for whatever it's worth, I feel that this person is gone. Now, take a look. You are coming across as the Queen of Cups, and even though you still have this issue that's kind of like this cloud over your head, it's coming across more like a worry. Like, what if this happens again? Am I going to be able to handle it? Is it going to happen again? Am I made for love? Is this just my MO? Is this what God has for me? Is this the best I can do? And you watch this person leave. But I feel that it's very much about this friend that came through to help you. This friend right here, I see it's more like this friend popping up and pushing this person out. For some of you, this friend really may have had some words or whatnot with this deceptive party. Could have been anything. But for whatever it's worth, this person came through with some information that really saved you a lot of heartbreak, they're saying. Spirit is saying, yes, you went through a lot of heartbreak when your buddy made you aware and you became self-aware as well. But they're saying it pales in comparison to the pain that you would have felt had you gone forward, not having this important information. And I feel that this was a victory for you. This is showing up as a victory. And I'm seeing joy in your chart again, in your life again, which is a beautiful thing. Capricorn, I feel that when you became aware of this and you really started to put things into motion, I think that, kicking this person out and detaching from this person, I think that you thought that this would have been a huge shift, a big change, because I'm seeing you having this expectation here of there being this huge change and upheaval. And while there may have been upheaval, I think that you may be surprised at this point to see that the change and the releasing of this person wasn't as hard and tumultuous as you thought it would be. And it was hard, but I mean, it wasn't like this big thing where it was the whole talk of the town and this person like cleared out. And I'm just seeing that it wasn't that, like it wasn't more than you can handle. Let's put it that way. I think a lot of you may have turned to God. I think a lot of you may have started to become more spiritual during the process. I think now that with this person gone, you have more room in your home, in your space, in your mind. You have more space now for the things that you really truly enjoy. Look at these pictures on the wall. These are pictures of you, right? And there are pictures on the mantelpiece of pictures of flowers. You don't have pictures of this person hanging up and all of this. It just, yeah. I think that I want to tell you here that when it comes time for love again, you will know, because I feel like there will be a pathway that opens up that will be very clear. It's very clear. You won't have this Two of Wands situation where it's two wands and two pathways. I think that God will gift you with somebody that is clearly for you. Clearly for you. And it will also be a moment where there will also be a moment where you are given a chance to observe this person, to see how this person works before you decide to connect with them. So see this little hold here? You can kind of like take that emergency exit down. Now, what does that mean? Honestly, I feel that maybe some of you may be presented with your next person before this person is out of a relationship. All right? Maybe you might meet this person or you might not. Maybe you'll just observe them, know of them, and see how they treat their girlfriend or their boyfriend, and, just see how they are naturally. So you'll get a chance to observe them, and I think you're going to like what you see. You might not want to take this shoot here, this little shoot down. But I think also some of you may actually meet this person while they're in another connection, and you'll get to see what it really means to be a person in integrity. I think that this person and you, if that's the way you meet them, they'll meet you and they'll like you right off the bat. It'll be clear that you guys have a connection. And that's necessary. It's mandatory for you to see that connection is there, because Spirit wants to show you what it's like for a responsible man or person, but I really feel like man, when he's in a relationship, no matter how bad the relationship is going, just because he meets someone else he's really attracted to, he doesn't just give up on the connection he's in. He doesn't just throw that person away. He doesn't start entertaining you and opening up with something new with you and cheating and third party and this bullshit. Like, no. I just feel like Spirit is going to be showing you that is the responsible way. And it's kind of like you'll really, really fall for this person. I think you'll really fall for this person. And I do think that you guys will end up being together. But I think that it will have to wait until they're done with the relationship, and that may not be too far off, but the whole point is that you have to witness that person in relationship, and then you can make a decision, and based on what you're seeing about how they're functioning, if this is somebody that you would be interested in. I think that's a lesson, but also it's also going to be a good lesson for you to look at yourself. Like, what kind of person are you? When you see this person, you really like them. Are you going to go after them? Are you going to, you know, try to talk to them even though you know they're in a relationship? So just move forward with integrity and remember how much it hurt you, right? Excuse me. For some of you, and this just came through, for some of you, you are the third party here. And I think you had a friend who told you, like, hey man, you gotta, you know, you should focus more on you. You should love you. This guy's, or this girl, whatever, this guy is in a relationship. He's not even honoring you. He's not honoring the person he's with. You gotta get out of it. I think you knew that. And I think you will remove yourself from that situation. And if that's the case, you're still growing, like I said, over here, but I think that you would probably be missing this deceptive party more than the person who was cheated on. You'd probably be missing them more. But I think that you will, for you, when it comes to down here, what will happen is, if this reading resonates with you and you are a third party, God may take you and they may show you a situation where you can once again be a third party, and you may be tested to see what it is that you do. So in that case, instead of you being led to your lover, right, the next love, you may actually be being led to a karmic partner who is in a relationship with someone and who will take an interest in you and who will want to cheat on this person with you. And the idea is, will you have learned your lesson? And your lesson will be to walk away because that person is taken. So you see how our choices along the way dictate our future options. Because for the person who was cheated on, I feel that for you, this pathway would lead to somebody new, and that you would get to see an example of somebody in a relationship who honors that connection. And then if you were this third party, I think that you would also get a pathway, but instead of, you know, coming into somebody who is a stand-up person, you're going to meet a person who is not a stand-up person. And the idea is to test yourself and see how you handle it. Now, I'd say if that happens for you, you need to get out of Dodge really quickly, and just get out of Dodge real quick and just jump right down that chute and just say, no, thank you, I don't want to play. You might tumble right down that chute and right into somebody who actually is for you, right? So don't get distracted. A lot of times we get distracted by people right before we're about to come into something that is good for us. So we really have to be careful and make sure that we're always making decisions in integrity. Now, of course, there's always a lesson to be learned, whether you, regardless of what party you, or what role you play in any given relationship, whether it's romantic or work or whatnot, familial. But sometimes we activate lessons that maybe we didn't need to. You know, the fact that we activated it means that there's something that we didn't learn before, and so it's best to just learn the lessons quickly so that we can bypass a whole bunch of things. Now, what I'm getting here is that regardless of who you are in this connection, I feel that this overworking and whatnot, it's time for a rest, right? It's time for a rest because you've gathered a lot of information, and it's time to take a rest and start to delve into it and to think about it. Think about what happened. Who was I being? Who were these people, right? Okay, Caps. Let's take a look at the last set of cards that we have here. We've got these 4 and then one more. The first thing that Spirit is saying for you, your energy check-in, is to surrender your desire to control people. So this happens a lot when when we're deathly afraid and we have trouble accepting that we're out of control, and we feel disempowered to control ourselves, and we're afraid, and when we don't trust ourselves in an environment, we seek instead to control other people outside of us. Okay, and so I want you to start focusing on, oh shoot, no way, surrender to trust. I was just gonna say, I want you to start focusing on trusting yourself, because when you can trust yourself, that means that shows you that you no longer need to seek to control other people, okay, and your environment. You control yourself. Be like Buddha. God bless. Also, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. A lot of us are carrying around a lot of beliefs about who we are, and I see that dating back beyond this situation, but also here in this card, this sun card, right? You see the coloring? Is once you were coming into full awareness of this situation, it means that you're also coming into full awareness of what you were doing in the situation, how you were being, and what you were choosing not to look at, all sorts of things. So start to trust yourself, start to trust in God, trust in your ability to overcome this moment. For somebody here, I'm seeing you in hospital gowns. So somebody here may be in a hospital. Start to trust that you will get better, that you will be fine. Maybe you're afraid to go home because there are things at home that you don't want to face about your life, you know, your relationship and whatnot, but trust that everything is going to be all right. I'm also seeing for everybody to surrender your fear of change. This change is good. Whatever this change is coming in for you, Capricorn, it's good. I see nothing behind you. A man who has nothing to lose has everything to gain. Always remember that. And it's interesting because, I just heard Spirit say, yes, you do. They're so cute. This is really interesting because look at the coloring. What's that way? It's you coming into your full power. So stop splitting your own energy when you know that there are moves that you need to be making, cuts that you need to be doing. Start focusing on you and don't be afraid to make those changes. Because I'm seeing full illumination for you. And thank that friend, whoever that friend is that either got you out of a situation. Either you were the one being cheated on, or you were the third party, or if it wasn't a relationship, maybe somebody came through with some advice that really helped you to make a different decision in your life. Let's just, thank them because they came through with love, and that's what you needed in your life. That's what we all need, okay? All right, so that's it for you, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading, my information's at the bottom, or if you'd like to give a donation, that information's in the box as well. I thank you so much, and feel free to check out the other signs, okay? All right, bye.